routine traffic stop in Albemarle County turns into a demonstration of civil disobedience.
CBS 19's Jessica Cunnington is live with the story. Jess?
Well, Dan, Michelle, the man refused to show police his driver's license at the checkpoint because he says he's done nothing wrong and doesn't have to hand it over to them. And he says it's his way of standing up to what's become an aggressive police force.
When Joe Draego saw the police checkpoint on Thursday, he said enough is enough.
And I told him that I wasn't giving him my ID, that it was unconstitutional. I asked him if I was being charged with a crime. He said no, then I said I'm free to go.
He continued to refuse and says an officer threatened to break his window, and he was eventually pulled over.
We kind of had another argument. I went home, I made a sign. The sign very simply said, as quick as I could, this is how it began in Nazi Germany, police, state, checkpoint.
Draego says issues with the police force have been building and building, most recently with the local ABC agents, and he's worried it's only going to get worse.
My grandchild is this darling little girl, and if we don't stand up for our children, our mates, and our grandchildren, I think the future is going to be bleak.
But the law says the checkpoints are legal, and police asking brief questions is also legal.
The courts have upheld the roadblocks because they say it's a traffic safety issue, that there's public safety interest in seeing to it that drivers are licensed, that drivers are not impaired in some way.
And some people living on Old Brooke Road like the police presence there because it slows people down.
We do get a lot of speeders, and that's a big concern for me, having a small child who plays outside sometimes. So we're in favor of any sort of law enforcement in our neighborhood.
But in Draego's eyes, it's one small action to hopefully make a difference for his kids' future.
I can look them in the eye and say I did my best, and that's good enough.
Draego says police told him yesterday that they'll be serving him a warrant sometime today, but he says he has not yet received that warrant. Live in the newsroom, Jessica Cunnington, CBS 19 News.
Thank you, Jessica.